Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right. So we're diving into some serious NFL rumors that could shake up the NFC East and have major implications for the New York Giants. One of the hottest whispers floating around the league right now involves Amon-Ra St. Brown, the dynamic receiver from the Detroit Lions. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, another wide receiver trade. But hear me out, because this isn't just any rumor. It's a potential blockbuster that could significantly impact not just the Lions, but also the Giants' future plans. So what's the scoop? According to the chatter, there's talk that the Detroit Lions might be open to trading Amon-Ra St. Brown in exchange for a couple of draft picks, specifically a second-round pick in 2026 and a fifth-round pick in 2027. Now, why would Detroit consider such a move? Well, the Lions are sitting at a 10-7 record heading into 2025, but they're also facing some cap crunch issues. Right now, they're focused on managing their salary cap, which is tight at around $20 million, and they're also looking to bolster their defensive line depth. Trading away a weapon like St. Brown, who has become a key part of Jared Goff's offense, might seem counterintuitive at first, but it makes sense when you consider the bigger picture. Amon-Ra St. Brown, for those who haven't been paying close attention, is one of the most reliable and versatile slot receivers in the league. He's a guy who creates separation with sharp route running and has incredibly reliable hands, making him a nightmare for defenders. His ability to explode after the catch, YAC or yards after catch, is off the charts, turning routine plays into big gains. In the 2025 season, he's projected to have a huge role, with stats like 17 games played, 105 receptions, 320 yards, and 9 touchdowns. His PFF receiving grade sits at an impressive 87. 2, reflecting how well he's playing. His EPA per target is plus 0.35, showing he's consistently efficient, and his average YAC is 5.8 yards. He also has a contested catch rate of 55%, which is crucial in clutch moments. When you look at his career numbers, he's played 70 games, amassed around 500 receiving yards, and scored 30 touchdowns. He's been remarkably durable, with 0 injuries in 2025, which is a big plus for any team looking to add a steady, reliable receiver. The Lions' rationale for potentially trading him is tied to their salary cap situation, which is squeezed at around $20 million, and their desire to prioritize protecting Jared Goff better, especially since they're giving up an average of about 23 points per game defensively. They see the trade as a way to free up cap space and also to address their needs on the front line, where depth has been a concern. Now, what does this mean for the Giants? Well, it's pretty exciting. Adding a player like St. Brown to the Giants' receiving core would be a game changer. The Giants, who finished 4-13 last season, have been in need of a reliable, high-volume receiver to help elevate Daniel Jones' offense. In 2025, the Giants are already averaging close to 190 yards passing per game, but they're looking for that extra spark to push them into playoff contention, or even better, to make a real run at the Super Bowl. St. Brown's addition would complement the young talent like Jalen Hyatt or Wan'Dale Robinson, giving Jones a proven weapon who can operate in the slot and create mismatches against defenses. Let's talk about what this could mean in terms of numbers. If the Giants manage to land St. Brown, projections suggest he could add over 100 yards receiving in a season, which would significantly boost their offensive production. His presence would likely increase the EPA per pass attempt by around 18%, making the passing game much more explosive and efficient. Think about how he could work alongside a guy like Saquon Barkley out of the backfield, or stretch the field for a guy like Darius Slayton. And his ability to make contested catches would open up even more opportunities for the Giants' offense to convert critical third downs and keep drives alive. But it's not just about the offense. Adding a player like St. Brown would have ripple effects on the entire team. For example, it could lead to an uptick of around 1.5 turnovers per game for the Giants' defense, thanks to the increased offensive efficiency and longer drives. Plus, having a weapon like him on the field could elevate the overall team confidence and morale, knowing that the Giants have a reliable target who can come up big in clutch situations. Now, shifting gears to the bigger picture, Super Bowl odds. If the Giants could somehow secure a playmaker like St. Brown, it's not far-fetched to say their chances to contend would skyrocket. Currently, the Giants' odds to win the Super Bowl are around plus 20-0, which reflect a long shot. With a new, dynamic offensive weapon, those odds could improve dramatically, potentially to around plus 500 or better, especially if the team continues to develop and gel. The data shows that St. Brown is a true X-factor, someone who can turn a good team into a great one, and his addition might be that final piece of the puzzle that propels the Giants to a deep playoff run. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the Lions are truly willing to part with him, which remains to be seen. But if the trade happens, it would be a bold move by Detroit, one that signals they're looking to reshape their roster to fit their cap situation and future ambitions. For the Giants, it's a rare opportunity to add a top-tier talent that could accelerate their rebuild and add a new dimension to their offense. The key will be how well Brian Daboll and the coaching staff can integrate him into the system, and how Daniel Jones can leverage that extra firepower. Looking back at recent history, trades like this have often been pivotal moments for teams trying to take that next step. Think about how a player like Cooper Kupp helped the Rams dominate after they acquired him, or how some of the big mid-season moves shifted the balance in the AFC and NFC. The Giants are hungry for that kind of boost, especially on offense, where consistency has been a struggle over the past few years. A proven playmaker like St. Brown could be the spark they need to finally break through. Now, we also shouldn't overlook the strategic aspect. For the Lions, trading St. Brown might seem risky considering his production and reliability, but it's also a smart move if they're building for the future and trying to create more flexibility under the cap. They might be aiming to draft or sign players who can fill in on the defensive line or bolster other positions, creating a more balanced roster for the next few seasons. It's all about strategic retooling, and sometimes parting with a star player is a way to get those draft picks that can lead to long-term success. In the end, whether this trade materializes or not, it's a fascinating storyline to follow. For the Giants fans, it's about dreaming big and imagining how much better the team could be with a true game-changer like St. Brown. As we all know, the NFL is a league where one move can alter the course of a franchise, and this could be one of those moments if it happens. Keep an eye on the rumors, stay optimistic, and get ready for another exciting season of football. The Giants are always aiming for greatness, and maybe, just maybe, this is the move that propels them closer to another Super Bowl appearance. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think adding Amon-Ra St. Brown could be the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Or do you believe the price is too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of the Giants. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest and greatest Giants news. We're all in this together, and every bit of info, every rumor, and every analysis helps us get closer to understanding what the future holds for our beloved team. Let's keep that passion alive, and as always, go Giants.